Yeah.
Yeah. So trust them also sticks to the subject verb. Okay. Trust the Bible. We haven't seen trust them. According to the book, have you seen trust
Mm.
them? No.
No.
So trust them is despite. Okay. Despite. Okay. Maybe I am coming yeah, despite.
Then I usually use genitive order. Any parent.
No. Trust them is not genitive. Roots and the
Okay.
genitive. Okay. When you use the them, it's knack. That's it. When you say knack them, is here. This time it's a conjunction. Okay. Do you get it? When it's combined with them, then it's a conjunction. But when it's alone, then it's what a preposition. Then truth is a genitive preposition. Knack is a dative preposition. But when it's combined with them, then it's a conjunction. Clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
claro.
Okay. So like we put them in your by about it, okay? So there I know say conjunctions, okay? So like by it means despite. Maybe despite how do I mix it? It means despite, nevertheless, so it depends on the usage. Depends on making sentence, everything just disappear. Next felt me eye. Okay, so Regnet morgen. That is our topic. So please, you pick any picture, then you talk about it. Just at least 2, 3 sentences per. Okay. So you pick any picture, Chanel, any picture, what you can say about the picture. Yes, sir. Yeah, just 5 minutes. 45 will be
Well,
answered.
picture already describing it. Ich sehe eine Frau und sie fährt mit dem Fahrrad und ihr
So you can,
trägt.
when you
Mhm.
say she's riding with a bicycle, normally we use that. Normally just say the fat and Farad. She's riding a bicycle. Okay. Normally when you say it's Farad with them Farad to Arbeit. Okay. Like when you want to, but then if the person is just riding a bicycle, do you get it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Sie trägt ein weißes Kleid und eine Jacke. Die Frau lächelt, sie sieht freundlich aus.
Okay.
Im
That's
Hintergrund
pass.
befindet ja,
Do you know
was hast du
Hintergrund?
gesagt?
Do you know
Ja,
Hintergrund?
ja,
Hintergrund means
at the background, oder?
yeah, the Hintergrund is
Ja.
background. Yeah.
Im Hintergrund befinden sich viele Häuser und Bergen und Bäume. Ja,
Yeah. You
ähm,
cover, you are done. Like, you see, covering correct. You
Carry
don't have how much
pass on, quick.
Rabbi, the writing,
you see.
the second one.
I
Yeah.
mean, you okay then?
No,
Oh,
no, no, no,
okay,
no.
the
And
first one.
you
I
might
think
open
I think that is
look at the time. But Mr. Hoffman, talk us and you said,
yeah, me say, I want to talk about the. Is it the first or the one? The man is holding the mushroom here.
yeah, Cloud.
Yeah. Okay, so is there ein man? What is collecting?
Zamel. Zamel means to collect. Zamel.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zamel. And then the mushroom.
Zamelt Pilze. Mushroom is the Pilze. So is auf dem Bild ist ein Mann. Er trägt einen Bub. He's carrying a basket. Er sammelt Pilze. Er sammelt Pilze. Ja, das ist gut. Ja. Und hier ist ein Mann im
Okay.
Rollstuhl.
Is there ein man? Pilze Jamel in that.
No, here zammelt. Zammel no and verb together. So here zammelt. Pilze is the mushroom. So here zammelt pilze. Okay. And then farm is Bauernhof. Bauer. It's a Bauernhof. Okay. Right, so maybe he's gathering mushrooms in farm oder in einem Bauernhof. Okay. So hier ist auch ein Mann oder eine Frau. Er sitzt im Rollstuhl und sie räumt Schnee. Like she's cleaning out. Räumen means to clean, then like you're not necessarily she's throwing. Werfen means to throw. Yeah, oder sie wirft Schnee weg. Wegwerfen means to throw away. Yeah. Maybe like, and I make a whole picture be then you can't give more. Maybe hinter der Mann ist ein Baum. So yeah, ein Baum. Maybe okay, so yeah, there's a Baum. But when I make kind of a Baum house, hinter dem Mann ist ein Baum. See, auch ein weißes Haus, so grünes Haus. Okay, like you can just use the environment. Okay. Yeah, but das ist Winter. Im Sommer gibt es keinen Schnee. Das ist doch Winter. Okay, so chapter 12.
In summer. Okay.
You were given in the sentence. Im Sommer. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. In summer, schwimmen viele Leute im Pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so unsere Lernziele für this chapter ist über Urlaubs. Sind wir nicht rein, Junge? Ich brauche meine Brille. Money, it's not computer news. Professor Chi. All right, so yeah. Über Urlaubsgewohnheiten sprechen. Gewohnheit ist.
Once you have no more concept part in you. Hey, Antata.
They pain him. So über Gewohnheit, just like what you are used to get meine Gewohnheit, like yeah. Gewohnen, sich gewohnen is to get used to something. So Gewohnheit, like things you are used to. So talk about Urlaubsgewohnheit, things you are used to doing, vacation. Ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube ja, aber Gewohnheit means like things you are used to, okay? Then gemeinsame Aktivitäten planen. Yeah. B1 exams. Have to plan activity. That is Teil 2 von Sprechen. They have to plan activities together. And it's einfach. Yeah, einfach. You don't have to think. Okay, let's go. But then sagen, was stört. Stören means to disturb. Stören means to disturb. So, sagen, was stört. Talk or say what disturbs you, was nervt. Then preteritum, we learn about preteritum. I don't know which verbs will come up. Then adjective endung, yeah, with ig. Okay, I don't know if you will form it or you learn about them. The Nebensatz mit wenn. Yeah, finally your wenn, your if and when. ist da. Dann Präpositionen wohin, mit Akkusativ in, an, Präposition aus und Präposition durch. Durch is also, durch is accusative preposition, yeah. Also dative. But we use them for like we use them. Like you see it, you see it in this chapter. Then our word shots will be gathering a lot of vocabularies around what vector, vector. Okay, Clara. So someone should read. Let's go, Chanel.
Jahrzeiten. Welche Jahrzeiten? Okay.
Yeah, the Jahreszeiten. The Jahreszeit means you can use your brain to just deduce it.
Season time or year time.
Times of the year. That
Season. Yeah, seasons. The
seasons.
Jahreszeit. Okay, the Jahreszeit. So the plural seasons is the Jahreszeiten. So Karen, let's go.
Welche Jahreszeiten mögen Sie am liebsten? Welche Jahreszeiten mögen Sie nicht? Warum? Machen Sie Notizen wie im Beispiel.
Ei. Was ist Notizen?
Notizen.
Was?
Oder Notizen.
Notizen. E wie Ida. What is Notizen? Mike Tyson. Do you see English eye? Notizen. E wie Ida. Like, I never taught you Thai. So this is because the way Beispiele, you know, we can Notizen. That is from I, combination of AE. But EL align is E. Okay, that's why it's Liebsten, not Liebsten. Okay, here we are not learning English. English is die, German is D. Klar?
Yeah.
So, yeah, all the seasons in German, they are masculine. So we have their Frühling, okay, their Frühling, which is the spring, their Sommer, okay, which is the summer, then their Herbst, which is the fall, okay. Then we have their Winter, which is what? Winter. They're all masculine, okay. Yeah, so Frühling, what is very common in the spring is Regnet viel. Spring, okay. So tall in spring. Es ist etwas warm, nicht immer warm, aber etwas warm. Und Winterkleidung wegtun. Yeah, to do away with winterkleidung because we are right now we are in winter. Okay, we are in winter, and after winter comes fueling. So we do away with what winterkleidung. Okay, and you share your home view. We won't be putting on plenty jackets and that's what we do. Then in garden, give us feel right. Yeah, okay. You need to prepare for the rain, then like seeding, okay, growing crops. Then Zuma in below is this highs. Okay, so in Zuma to Ghana, they say we only have Hamatan in rainy seasons. We have the rainy season, Hamatan, and what? Yeah. Like, what are the seasons in Ghana? Which seasons do we have in Ghana? We have
Dry season.
Cooling
yeah, so
I think you can know them.
Hamatan and rainy season. Yeah, class. So
Hamatan.
Zoma is this überall highs. Okay, everywhere is hot. Then Herbst, the Wälder werden bunt. Okay. Echt? Okay. So and so this. So I thought say Herbst now the Blätter fallen, like the leaves fall from the trees. But they're saying the forest becomes colorful, like which means okay, yeah. So they fall, then grow back. Macht einen Sinn. Aber Pilze, Samen, okay, we gather what mushrooms, okay, im Herbst. Es wird kalt, ja, es wird kalt. Es regnet und so lala. Yeah. Hat yeah, almost Herbst and a different because the Herbst can be like it can rain, the sun can shine, like random season, random like weather in Herbst. Aber Winter ist es immer kalt, im Sommer ist es immer heiß. Okay, im Frühling gibt es immer Regen, im Winter gibt es Schnee. Okay, aber hier haben wir bisher keinen Schnee bekommen. Some parts of Germany, München, Berlin, I think 2 days, but I'm in the south, and in the south, unless Schwarzwald, those areas closer to the mountains, they already seeing snow over there, but here, noch nicht. I say Google was showing like it was showing on my phone that it's raining, light snow. I opened the window, I didn't see any snow, but they are saying it snowed for what 3 hours. I didn't see any snow, so meaning Google eyes are a crap. But I was thinking that it did snow, but then before it will get like a bit reaching down now melts because we are like down. Okay, so you should know their Frühling, you should know their Sommer, you should know their Herbst, you should know their Winter out. Okay, these are the 4 seasons in Germany. Okay, or basically Europe, like the western parts of Europe, eastern. Yeah. Any question? Okay, so I want you to make sentences. Okay, like right now, when you're talking about you have your exams and you have to talk about weather, please don't talk about Ghanaian weather. Talk about Frühling, talk about summer, Herbst, and winter. Okay, you talk like you are in Germany. Okay, you talk like I'm not saying say you'll be like, oh, I mean Germany we have winter. No, you say like in winter. Trägt man viele Kleidungen. Okay, like you said, im Sommer trägt man wenige Kleidungen. Okay, yeah, so. Okay, so here, let's go.
Lesen Sie. Welche Jahreszeiten mögen die Personen? Warum? Unterstreichen Sie die Antworten. Wo leben die Personen wohl? Kreuzen Sie an. Dir.
Wohl. Yeah, I get you. But wohl means to be comfortable. Okay, you want to say, oh, ich fühle mich wohl. I feel comfortable, or I feel okay. So when someone say, oh, ich fühle mich nicht wohl, it means I am not comfortable. I am sick. Like I am not 100%. Okay. So instead of saying, oh, I'm good. So I was gonna say, so like basically I'm not comfortable. Like the cream is for like environment, okay, but then talking about yourself being comfortable or not, you use wohl. So ich fühle mich wohl, ich fühle mich nicht wohl. Okay, like I want to say you are not I say you feel like getting sick and use wohl. And you really want to something better.
Boy, also it can also means probably, but
And only when you're talking about the future tense, future zwei. Okay, or what you say? Oh, he maybe in 10 years, he will have become president. Like he will have probably become president. Then we use it in that context. When you're talking about, we only use the wohl in future tense, like future zwei. Okay, but then when you're talking about the basic language, or ich fühle mich voll, ich fühle mich nicht voll, it's just an expression. But in the future tends to be used to say probably, maybe. So it just like vielleicht. Klar? That's in who make it that type of sentence. Okay. When you're saying maybe ihr kommt vielleicht, you won't say ihr kommt wohl. Yeah. Few people will use wohl in like saying to replace vielleicht, but then in the normal present tense, or like when you're not talking about future zwei, future zwei. They are like we use the vielleicht always. Okay, don't use the for, because maybe like we say people may misinterpret this as but then there we get it. But then right now take it as volume is comfortable, or like not using this they are then not comfortable. So Karen, Mark weiter.
Der Sommer ist bei uns sehr warm, bis zu 40 Grad. Das mag ich nicht. Da kann man erst am Abend aus dem Haus gehen. Ich mag den Frühling am liebsten. Da sind es oft schon 20 Grad und die Blumen sind wunderschön.
Obviously German, but yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so what's this your answer? So the question was, wo leben die Person wohl? Where does the person feel like at home? Okay, feel comfortable. Where? Where? Es gibt hier Schweden, England und Spanien. Ah, so it wasn't in. Oh, okay, it's fine. So der Sommer ist bei uns sehr warm, bis zu 40 Grad. Das mag ich nicht. Das kann man erst am Abend aus dem Haus gehen. Ich mag den Frühling am liebsten. Okay, da sind es oft schon 20 Grad und die Blumen sind wunderschön. So this person likes Frühling when it's not warm. Okay, so I'll think England. England. I don't know how the weather is in Sweden, but I think it's very cold in Sweden because Sweden is over in the rest of the yes, Sweden is over up there, so I think that it's very cold in. So I think the person is talking about England. Okay, Spain, yeah, don't go there right now. Spain, they have like warm temperature even in winter, but then it's still warm over there. Okay, yeah, Spain, yeah, Ghana, Europe, Africa. Yeah, but then they're saying it's nice. Right now, if you compare the weather between, then I would prefer to be in Spain right now because it's just cold, ice cold. Okay, so here, Collins, let's go. Can you get check?
Cancer. Okay. Igor. I mean, can Igor wapija out in tentem? We are so. Oh, wir Frühling und der Herbst sind sehr kurz. Die wichtigsten Jahreszeiten sind der Sommer und der Winter. Ich mag den Winter lieber als den Sommer. Da gehe ich mit meinen Freunden zum Eisfischen.
Yeah. Yeah, klar. So which place will this person like feel comfortable living? Is it Italian, Rusland, or Griechenland? Griechenland is Greece. Es ist warm in Greece. Italien ist auch warm, okay, aber nicht so warm wie Spanien. Aber Russland ist erst kalt. So this person is saying he likes the winter. Okay, aus der Sommer. Da gehe ich mit meinen Freunden zum Eisfischen. Okay, so das ist Russland. Okay, Igor mag Russland, klar? Yeah, so you can make such sentences. Oh, der Sommer, we're talking about Ghana. Der Sommer ist bei uns sehr warm. Okay, bis zu maybe up to 30 Grad. Yeah, because Ghana, there 40 Grad, like hardly. Okay, das mag ich nicht, oder I like it, or ich habe kind of, I don't have any other choice. Ja, da kann man erst am Abend aus dem Haus gehen. Ja, so you can like use your seasons, okay, like the season to personally, you can personalize sentences about at least 1, 2, 3 sentences that will stick with you all the time. Okay, yeah. So that was the House of Garden. Ich sage, schreiben Sie einen Test mit Ihren Ideen aus und sprechen Sie mit Ihren Partnern. But I'm saying, ich habe keine Zeit für Partnerarbeit. But so that's the homework, okay? So write them down, personalize it. Then on your weekends, you're speaking training. Then you talk about it with each other, klar? Dann am liebsten, lieber, schönsten, schöner, yeah. So when you're comparing them, comparative schöner, lieber, but then when you are talking about like Just like in something, you use the infinitive form of the adjective, but they want to say you love something, but most, then you have to what? Am liebsten. Okay, you use the superlative. Okay, am plasten. Okay, klar. Okay, have you taken screenshots? Okay, so let's go. Someone should read the chat. Yeah, I'm going to be Mama Castle.
In Deutschland kann man auf den häuslichen manchmal Wetterhexen
No,
sehen.
the read like starts from the first German, like
Wetterhexen und Fagelflieger, oder?
but our campus is a man, what can you do?
Fagelflieger.
Yeah.
I don't want to be what? What does it mean? Fagelflieger.
Think aircraft. Yeah, Hagelflieger. Something like this. Like aircraft is related to Flieger, like I think it's the aircraft here. So Wetterhexen, the hexe, what is the hexe?
Hexe, which other?
Yeah, and the wizard is?
Is that 9 prices?
Yeah, Salva.
Okay. Hexe, Michel Duolingo.
Yeah. The ring is
In Deutschland kann man auch
Yeah. The hex. So whether sorry. So like Wetterhexen. So like when you this word then about when I say yeah, whether is a Wetter Zauberer, like then about
like
the wizard is der Zauberer. The AR.
Okay.
I
Like
think
the weather
basically it could be like weather forecasters, like people who are able to tell the weather. So let's go. Read.
In Deutschland kann man auf dem Hausdächern manchmal Wetterhexen sehen. Sie zeigen, aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Die letzten Tage war es sehr heiß, deshalb gibt es ein Gewitter, starken Regen und Hagel. Dunkelwolken sind am Himmel. Es gibt bald ein Gewitter. Die Hagelflieger müssen etwas gegen den Hagel tun. Ja. Und in Deutschland,
So was scripts.
So
in Deutschland kann man auch den Haus dächen. Okay, so the Dach is das Dach, sorry. Das Dach is the roofing. Okay. So on the house and the like Dach Dachchen, Dach, yeah, the plural is Desha, yeah, plural. So on the roofs, like house roofs, manchmal Wetterhexen here. Okay, so it has nothing to do with weather forecasters. So there you see what Wetterhexen. I just search for it, okay? Right now. Sie zeigen aus welche Richtung. Yeah. So this way. How do you call it cry in English? As it like this, it will be like wine antenna. It's not antenna. Like I know that it acts like an antenna, but it's not antenna. This one, like we will say, like one arrow is pointing to the south, or pointing to like then when there is a storm, like it will keep on spinning. English kind of like spinning. And well, have you seen this thing before? Yeah, by then. So I think that's the Wetterhexe. Okay, the Wetterhexe. Okay, sie zeigen aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Yeah, so it will spin So then at the end, point to what a particular direction. And then you get to know which direction. So the Richtung is the direction. Okay. The Richtung is the direction. So it will show us which the direction the weather, the wind is coming from. So aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Right? Then die letzten Tage war es sehr heiß. Deshalb, you see, okay, yeah. Deshalb gibt es ein Gewitter, okay? Starken Regen und Hagel. So I think that's it's this one.
Exactly.
So the letzten Tage war es sehr heiß. In the last days, it was very hot.
Victor Henson. I don't know, like, if you don't dictate to say when if you have, because I think
From the ancients. Yeah, I think they trying to one and later, and there it will just point up. But I don't know how it works. Me, I've never seen one before. We only see it in the movies. Basically, I say I don't know if I check in the windows, I'll see a house with the Veta hex. I beg you can do your personal research if you want to know how it works. But we are learning German. Yes, your mechanics for us. Okay, so the letzten Tag war es sehr heiß, it was very hot. Deshalb gibt es ein Gewitter. So ein Gewitter is like lightning. Oder? Ja. Das Gewitter.
Yeah, Tender.
Ja.
Lightning
Tender. Ja. But Tender is der Donner. Und Lightning is der Blitz. So Gewitter is like lightning, Tender. Yeah. Then starken Regen, Thunderstorm, Dankeschön. So Gewitter is thunderstorm, yeah. So the Blitz is the lightning, then the Donner is the thunder, then Gewitter is thunderstorm. Danke, Karen. So it's das Gewitter. Then the Regen, okay, those strong rains, and Hagel. Hagel, muss ich
Hail. I didn't say hail.
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 That's hail. Manye ayinsin. Sorry. Manye agriculture. It's many Hagel. Yeah. Okay, so dry. Dunkle Wolken. Dark clouds sind am Himmel. Yeah, when you are saying something is in the sky, in English you say in the sky, German you say at, we use an preposition and, so am Himmel. They want to say maybe the Hubschrauber ist am Himmel. Okay, the helicopter is what's in the sky. So we use okay. Then es gibt bald ein Gewitter. Die Hagel fliegen müssen etwas gegen den Hagel tun. Yeah, so das ist gegen den Hagel. Hagel. I don't know, almost really, I don't know. The Hagelflieger, that's the aircraft, like the hail aircraft. Müssen etwas gegen, have to do something against the Hagel. Hagel, I don't know what it's called. Hail, I don't know, like what, like, but we have some agriculture ideas, and that's it. Good ideas. So what else? Like the hail means what? What are the hail means? Hey, English boy, we are moving. So research. It is said in whether hail means solid pellets, like, or is it like ice, chunk of ice falling from yeah, klar. In Ghana we come here, that's in like yeah. So where's a top ice? Okay. Okay, so then what does the aircraft do against it? Does it melt the ice in the air? Right? They're fine. But then that's fast, okay. Okay, so I don't know what the aircraft does against the ice. So here, that's this build. Okay, that's a C. Okay, so dry is C. And then ice is B. then letzten Tagen. Zwei ist A, ne? Okay. So do you have all vocabularies? Like have you understood all the vocabularies here?
Yeah. Klar.
Ja, so den Club Focus in dat dak. So. Okay. Maybe they here, you know. So here, someone should let's go. So we are fear. Yeah. So let me mark it. First person will read until 10. Second person will read until here. And the next person, that's with you. There you go. Then the third person will read from you. Okay, so who starts? Schnell.
Boy, chichame.
Okay. So, Mr. Kofi, Nanaki, Collins. Yeah.
Hey, I'm you.
Yeah. Chiamoli. Shut up. Yeah, so Mr. Kofi, let's go. You are reading from here to here.
Okay. Von Hexen und Fliegen. In Deutschland kann man auf manchen Hausdächern Wetterhexen sehen, die kleinen Figuren aus Metall zeigen, aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Wir finden die Metallfiguren hübsch. Wir finden die Metallfiguren hübsch, aber vor Figuren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Aber vor 300 Jahren hatten die Menschen Angst vor Wetterhexen. Im 6. und 7. Jahrhundert waren die Winter in Europa sehr kalt und es gab kühle Sommer mit viel Regen und starken Gewittern. Heute wissen die Experten, dass es damals in Europa Rabbi, should I continue?
Yeah, and it's eine.
Okay, dass
In
es
Europa,
damals in Europa eine
Internet is unstable.
Doch vor 300 Jahren wussten die Menschen das nicht. Die Bauern glaubten, dass Frauen aus ihrem Dorf das schlechte Wetter machten. Diese Frauen lebten gefährlich. Nach einem Gewitter waren oft Häuser, Felder und Wiesen kaputt. Und die Menschen waren wütend. Deshalb kämen die Wetterhexen sehr oft vor Gericht. Heute glaubt niemand, dass Wetterhexen unser Wetter machen. Aber wir hoffen, dass wir mit Chemie, oder? Wir mit Chemie und Technik das Wetter ändern können. Ja, next person, Collins.
Collins, du bist dran.
Ja, Okay, doch jetzt sind plötzlich dunkel. Dunkelwolken da. Die Experten haben Angst, dass es Hagel gibt. Der Hagel ist
Hagel.
Hagel.
Hagel. Avi Anton. Hagel.
Yeah, Hagel gibt. Der Hagel ist gefährlich, denn Hagelkörner werden oft so groß wie Hühner. Yeah.
Hunraya.
Well,
I know what I mean.
Indiana.
But hun has something to do with hens. So Rhine is pure. Rhine is pure. So I don't know, like, and we keep chicken pure. But so many agriculture and yeah. But they continue, yeah.
Okay. Deshalb bringt Johannes Seiler in chemisches Mittel zu den Hagelwolken.
Is what is it again? You say yes,
Okay.
I need. You say me who it lens and I don't see without it. It's
Charlie, you know
Shalma.
they come home. Yes, Charlie.
It's Huna Aya.
Hühner
Huna
Eye.
Aya. So like
Okay.
like chicken eggs. Chicken eggs. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Rhine is pure, but this one has no N. Huna Aya. Yeah, my writer.
Okay. Man hofft, dass die Hagelkörner so kleiner werden. Eine Stunde dauert sein Flug. Dann sitzt er wieder in seinem Auto. Jetzt ist das Gewitter da. Es donnert und blitzt. Bald klopft es auf Jonas Seilers Autodach. Pling, 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 pling. Zuerst leise, dann immer lauter, ja. Die Hagelkörner sind zum Glück klein. Ob sie auch so klein bleiben und ob den Hagel wirklich ungefährlich machen konnte, weiß Johannes Seiler aber noch nicht.
What did we just read? Okay, so in Deutschland kann man auf manchen Hausdächern Wetterhexen sehen, and we saw that the Wetterhexen in a year that's as a compass, a metallic something that people hang on their buildings, okay, and they are saying it help us. So here, the kleinen Figuren, so is the figure, okay, the figure like or shape. Basically talking about that small shape. So declining shapes, plural. That's why here is declining, because I said in plural, whether nominative, accusative, whichever, in plural, when there's an adjective describing the plural now, it is what an en ending in all, but yeah. So declining figuring aus metal. So when you want to say something is aus, it's made out of something, we use aus. So I want to say my phone is made out of plastic. With what? My handy is aus gold. Sorry, aus plastic. Let me go down gold. So maybe my ring is made out of. It's made out of what? My ring is made out of. My ring is made out of gold. But my ring is aus gold. Okay, like yeah. When you say something is made out, it's made up of something. Then what is it is made out of? Out something simple. Okay, the bowl is made out of plastic. Then this also the shoe cell is aus what's plastic. Klar? Yeah. So die kleinen Figuren aus Metall zeigen, aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Okay. Wir finden die Metallfiguren hübsch. Hübsch means pretty, handsome. Yeah. So we find them So die beautiful Menschen. Aber vor 300 Jahren hatten die Menschen Angst vor Wetterhexen. Okay? Because normally even in the movies, you know, you only see them like on as a people who live like outskirts of the towns, like they have something's like demonic and all those like things going on. Yeah, you know, see there will be spin of wings, then like yeah. So they're saying about 400 Jahren hatten die Menschen Angst vor Wetterhexen. And I said that basically in A1 you learn that you are afraid. In German you say I have afraid, which is ich habe Angst. Okay, so if you want to say the thing that you are afraid of, you want to indicate it, you have to when you want to mention it in the sentence, then we use for. So in English you say I am afraid of. In English you can't say I am afraid with, I am afraid in dogs. No. So in English, it's a fixed what preposition which you use when you're saying you're afraid of something. You have to use the preposition of. In German, when you want to say you are afraid of something, the German format is ich habe Angst. So you want to indicate the thing, then use the preposition for in dative case. Okay, so ich habe Angst vor Hunden. Plural, I am afraid of dogs. Unless maybe you're talking about a particular dog, maybe, oh, ich habe Angst vor dem Hund. I'm afraid of this dog. Klar? Yeah. So it's what Angst haben vor. Okay. So people were afraid. So where is it? Where am I? You many know. So yeah. Vor 300 Jahren hatte die Menschen Angst vor Wetterhexen. Dann im 16. und 17. Jahrhundert waren die Winter in Europa sehr kalt. Okay, those were the ages, my friend, the ice age, you know. When the ice age, I know say the ice age goes way back with the mammoth and the saber tooth and all that, but then 16, 17, they're saying it was very hot, cold in Europe. Okay, und es gab kühle Sommer, so even the summer were cold. Kühl, okay. Kühl means like cool, wind and cooler, cool. Then Sommer met viel Regen. So even it was even like there were plenty rain during the summer und starken Gewittern, strong thunderstorms im Sommer. Heute wissen die Experten, dass es damals in Europa eine kleine Eiszeit. Okay, yeah, so like there was a small like ice age that time. That period, but the ice age, you know, it dates way back to it's a million, but then they were saying during that 16, 17, they were saying that there was a small period of the ice age. Said Doc vor 300 Jahren wussten die Menschen das nicht. Okay, at that time they didn't know. Die Bauern glaubten, dass Frauen aus ihrem Dorf das schlechte Wetter machten. So they were attributing that to what the women. They were saying that the women in the villages, so like basically like the women were causing what, bringing bad women to what their villages. Okay, so the the Bauern, the farmers believe that because when there's such like with such weather, you hardly get crops, you hardly go out to what go your seeds and all that. So they were attributing that to what the ladies or the women bringing them what bad luck. Yeah, this is Frauen lebten gefährlich. Okay, so we're living dangerously. So somewhere escaping, like moving. Nach einem Gewitter waren oft Häuser, Felder und Wiesen kaputt. So after a thunderstorm, always like houses were what kaputt, Felder, fields. Okay, so it could be what fields as in like better mill field, a maize field, like field, yeah, kaputt. Then Wiesen. I did really manya require, but I know this like what do you call it? As I said, meadows or something. Meadows or meadows. Yeah. I think that's Wiesen. Yeah. Then die Menschen waren wütend. Okay, deshalb kamen die Wetterhexen sehr oft vor Gericht. Okay, before history. Heute glaubt niemand, dass Wetterhexen unser Wetter machen. Heute glaubt niemand, dass Wetterhexen unser Wetter machen. Like they don't, it doesn't make our, maybe they have no influence on the weather. Aber wir hoffen, dass wir mit Chemie und Technik das Wetter ändern können. Okay, so we are hoping that, so that time we realized that this Wetter hexen, they had nothing to do with what. So suddenly you make them, probably it was just what, and like they weren't actually showing us anything. But we are hoping that in the future we'll be able to what, do something about our weather through what chemistry and what technology. Okay, can ändern means to change, and done, which means to change. Then Johannes Zähler is Hagelflieger von Beruf. Okay, Hagelflieger. So he flies aircraft, but a Hagel, so he'll actually Flieger. We're talking about aircraft. So von Beruf. 16 Uhr bekommt ihr den Anruf von der Wetterstation. Okay, so he got like at 4 o'clock in the evening, he gets a call from what, the weather station. Okay, 30 Minuten später sitzt er in seinem Flugzeug. Okay, vor 2 Stunden war es noch heiß und schön. Doch jetzt sind plötzlich dunkle Wolken da. Die Experten haben Angst, dass es Hagel gibt. Okay, Eis, like raining ice. Oh yeah. Stupid mouse. Stupid mouse. Ja. Dann, die Experten haben Angst, dass es Hagel gibt. Der Hagel ist gefährlich. Den Hagelkörner. Hagelkörner. Hagelkörner is German crying in the English. Like Körner, are they talking about stones, like cornerstones, like something related to stones. So Hagel. I also like something in the old ages they were using so they were using stones to like build barriers, or like I think they related to something like that. So I didn't do that right. But so werden oft so groß wie Hühnereier. Hühnereier. Why am I saying Hühnereier? Hühnereier. Okay, so that's then Hagelkörner became like become bigger, like chicken. How are they talking about the size of the hagel? The size of the ice, like the ice that were falling. The size were, they are saying like the size were just like the x of, like, yeah, it was the size of the ice that were fallen were of the size of like x. Okay, yeah, I get it now. At least a stone, I was close to it. Yeah. So deshalb bringt Johannes Zähler ein chemisches Mittel. That's why they used the Hagelkorn. Okay, chemisches Mittel zu den Hagelwolken und verteilt es dort. Okay, so they move when it's raining when the ice, like when it's raining ice, the Hagelflieger, okay, they take the airplane, this aircraft, they move into the skies, and like with the dark clouds now filled with those ice, they spray they spray the chemical in those clouds. Okay, then I think that chemical will melt. I think something like that. Will melt the ice and maybe reduce the size of it also. Yeah. Right? Yeah, Mittel. Mittel means a medium. Okay, so deshalb bringt Johannes Zähler ein chemisches Mittel. Okay, a medium. Zu den Hagelwolken und verteilt es dort. Verteilen means to distribute. Okay, please write those. And like new verbs, new words. And the Hagelkorn is like they are not important. You won't use it. But then like the verbs verteilen. Yeah, what do you think? Like new ways to write them down. Okay, so yeah, das Mittel. Das Mittel means a medium. Okay, that's Mittel. So you just even when you access, oh, do you have something against Kopfschmerzen? Normally Germans will say, hast du ein Mittel gegen Kopfschmerzen? Do you have a medium against headache? Okay, Mittel means a medium or a channel, but then a medium. Okay, that's Mittel. So ein chemisches Mittel. So ein chemisches, because what is what Neuter? Ein chemisches Mittel zu den Hagelwolken. Okay, the clouds that were filled with what? The ice storms, or yeah, verteilt es dort and spread it there. Man hofft, dass die Hagelkörner so kleiner werden. So people were then hoping after that. People hope that the Hagelkörner, the size, okay, that's where like what the eggs, no, they will reduce what its size. Okay. Eine Stunde dauert sein Flug. Okay, so he flew, like he kept on spreading the chemical agents for about an hour. Dann sitzt er wieder in seinem Auto. He came down, sits in his car. Dann, jetzt ist es, ja, jetzt ist das Gewitter da. Okay, now the thunderstorm is there. Es donnert und blitzen, und blitz. And I said the donor means what? The thunder. Then the blitz means the lightning. And when you want to say it is tendering, like maybe like yeah, tendering, like when you say oh it's tendering, like in English you say oh there is tender, German you say it is tendering. You will form what verbs with from the nouns, okay? Yeah. So donor will be donnen. Then blitz, the blitz with what? Blitzen. Okay, so that's why here we have es donnert. Okay, es donnert und es blitz. Okay, blitzen und donnern. Klar? Ja. Plain. So es leise, dann immer lauter. Then call es lauter. AR at the end of the verb are. Sorry, at the end of a word are. Not always. There are exceptions, but most, I think about 95% of the time is are. Okay, that's what you say. Das Fenster, der Fernseher. Okay, AR at the end is are. Okay, well, then immer, immer, not ime, laute, immer lauter. Die Hagelkörner, okay, die Hagelkörner sind zum Glück klein. Oh, zum Glück means luckily. Luckily, it was small. Like luckily, they are now small. Then zum Glück, when you want to say, oh, I saw by chance or like with luck, we should use zum Glück. Maybe give me a sentence. Maybe like with luck, I didn't miss my train. What zum Glück habe ich meinen Zug nicht verpasst. Okay, zum Glück bin ich hier maybe vor 16 Uhr or like luckily I am here before. Like when you say luckily, okay, it's what zum Glück. You can also say ich habe Glück. When you say ich habe Glück, then you have to use das. But we can also use the zum Glück, then your verb will come, then continue. Do you get it? So I'm just saying that if you want to say luckily in German, you have two forms. In English, you will say, oh, I am lucky that, or you say I am lucky that, or luckily I went there on time, something like that. Okay, so in German it's the same thing, but in German, just like I have free, you say I have free, ich habe Glück, I have luck. Okay, in English because I am lucky, but German you say ich habe Glück. So ich habe Glück, dass ich meinen Zug nicht verpasst habe. Okay, when you use it, ich habe Glück, then you have to use das. I am lucky that. But then when you are using luckily, then it's what zum Glück. So luckily, the Hagelkörner, okay, they weren't bigger, they were small. Okay, so you can write it down zum Glück und ich habe Glück, but with das. Okay, sometimes when you want to make sentences, they want to emphasize on like something happening by chance. Okay, you can also use zufällig, but then zum Glück and yeah. Klar? So die Hagelkörner sind zum Glück klein. Ich habe zum Glück meinen Zug nicht verpasst. Okay. Ja, so lala. So, ob sie, die Hurrikane sind zum Glück klein, ob sie auch so klein bleiben und ob ihr den Hagel wirklich ungefährlich machen konnte, weiß Johannes Seiler aber noch nicht. Okay. Luckily, it's small, but whether the medium he spread in the skies, whether it will better their weather in the future, whether it will make it worse, he don't what know. Do we get it? So I think there was I Klupfen. Yeah. About Klupft. Okay, I read it, but Klupfen. Okay. Klupfen means to knock. Klupfen. Klupfen means to knock. Klupfen. Klar. So about Kluft S auf Johannes Sailor out to duck. So I said that's duck means what's the roof. So like his car roof. With the ice. Alles klar. I have disintegrated, I have bisected, I have the passage. Klar. Yeah. So like when there are such passages, I'm not actually expecting you guys to understand it 100%, okay? But then at the end, I expect you guys to understand it, okay? But at least pick up some phrases like some glue, okay, blitzen, dunen. So when there's a thunderstorm, instead of saying it, say as blitz, as regnet, as donut, okay? Yeah, makes such sentences, okay? All right, then you pick up new nouns, new adjectives, new whatever thing that's new to you, okay? Then you add it to your sentences, your vocabulary, your word charts. So I was explaining house. Okay, house. And when you are saying something is out of something, we only article. We don't use it with article. Okay. Yeah. So my handy is house plastic. When you use it with article, then you're talking about a particular plastic. Maybe I'm at home, then I made something out of this box. Okay. Then there are pieces around. Then my friend asked, "Oh, how did you come up with it?" Oh, then I'm saying what SS house them custom. Okay, from this piece of box they are fine. Okay, but then it's used without article. Okay, that is house goals, that is house Zilba, that is house Kukubu, that is house whatever without what article. Klar? Ja. Nicht warm, nicht kalt, etwas an verschiedene Orte bringen. Was meint ihr damit? Yeah, das hier ist Klopfen, yeah. So, we will answer this, then we end our class. I'm actually happy because we've done a lot today. So, ergänzen Sie die Fragen und nennen Sie dann die richtigen Antworten zu. So, you read, then you answer. One is already answered. So, you read your options. We have wütend, we have leise, we have Wetterhexen aus Metall. Then we have gefährlich, we have im 16. und 17. Jahrhundert die Wetterexperten. Okay? Klar. So you read and you answer. Nummer 1, I'm reading. Then I'll answer number 1. Warum gibt es auf manchen Dächern Wetterhexen aus Metall? Nummer 2. So who will try to answer this? Warum gibt es auf manchen Dächern Wetterhexen aus Metall? Because they help us to know the direction of the wind. We'll try that. German. There's a vowel now we're using to my idea as a day. They use the before. So I said use the because they help us.
Yeah.
they help us to know. Your to know helper is not there. Zu wissen. So, weil die uns helfen zu wissen, aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. In German, a elective muscle, like us in dissection. So, yeah. So, weil, because they help us to know from which direction the wind is coming from. So to German.
Weil sie bei uns
See by uns now. I know what you are trying to do, but the by shouldn't be with us. I get what you're saying, trying to do. So
okay, yeah.
uns,
Oh, sorry.
then help us.
Yeah.
While sie uns
I think
helfen.
it's helping now.
Yeah, but while sie uns dabei helfen, you can also add the dabei, but basically just while sie uns helfen zu wissen. Okay, they help us to know, comma, aus welcher Richtung der Wind kommt. Das war nicht schwierig, oder? Den sie helfen uns zu wissen. Because the reason why I use the infinitive with to with wissen is because helping is not a modal verb. Okay, so you can't say weil sie uns helfen wissen. No, I said that really the other verb goes to the end of the sentence but it's a unconjugated when it's a modal verb. But when there are two different verbs and like one is the first verb is not a modal verb, then would be the first one would be like conjugated in a normal sentence. Then the second one would be what it's like a comma with infinitive with so. Okay, you want to say I am trying to say. So I'm trying to say in German would be what I am trying to say. I know say like
I'm trying to
say in German. Ja, ich versuche zu sagen. Okay, I am trying to come. Ich versuche zu kommen. Okay, like I am promising. I'm promising you to. You get it? Yeah. So that's how we form it. Okay, and here trying is not a modal verb, so you can't say ich versuche sagen. Versuchen is not a modal verb. Okay. Yeah. So when the second verb go to the end of the sentence with to. Okay. Unconjugated.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Mache schnell, ich höre dich nicht. Er ist weg. Okay, Nummer 2. Du liest und du antwortest. Nummer 2. Jemand anderer.
Warum war das Wetter im 6. und 7. Jahrhundert schlecht?
Ja, super. Warum war das Wetter im 6. und 7. Jahrhundert schlecht? Warum? Weißt du, warum?
Why
Now to the test. Mhm.
bring it down?
The passage of what else? Okay.
Why is
So,
why outside gap the
here. So, im 16. und 17. Jahrhundert waren die Winter in Europa schlecht. Es gab kühle, heute wissen die Experten, dass es damals in Europa eine kleine Eiszeit gab. Okay. So, weil es eine kleine Eiszeit gab. Okay, there was. Okay, also I thought you say when you say something is something like there is what either that is or that are sent for plural or that escaped. Okay, then geben. So escapen, it is giving. Maybe there is a table. Es gibt einen Stuhl. It is giving a table. That's the direct translate, like literal translate. But it means there is a table. Or you can also say what da ist ein Tisch. Okay. Yeah. So when you want to when you're talking about the past, then there was, then this will what das war, sorry, da war, or that da waren for plural, or that es gab. Because the past tense for geben is what gab. Klar. So what you say yesterday there was there was a snake in the car. One sentence there, come on. Yeah. So there was a snake. That's my simple sentence of a snake too. There was a laptop in his bag. So let's go. Schnell, du weißt das schon. So werde just say it. I'll correct you if you're wrong. One kind like
es gab
can you guys see me? Es
einen
gab
Laptop in seiner Tasche.
in seiner Tasche. To train them to know to hold train day. What were you waiting for? Or so es gab einen Laptop oder da war ein Laptop in seiner Tasche. Einfach so, okay. So there is and there was, okay. So es gibt, da ist, then the past tense is es gab und what da war. Einfach so, klar? Ja, super. Dann Nummer 3. Warum waren die Bauern nach einem Gewitter wütend, ja? Ja, warum waren die Bauern nach einem Gewitter wütend? Weil, ja, steht hier, waren, ja, weil,
Weil ihre
Häuser, ja, weil
Häuser und
ihre Häuser
Felder und
Felder.
Felder kaputt waren.
Ich höre dich nicht. You said?
Felder und kaputt waren.
Yeah. But like, it wasn't just, like the answer is correct. It wasn't just the house, but they talked about house, fields, and something. Yeah. What is it? Häuser, Felder und Wiesen. Yeah. And the Wiesen, and I'm saying, it's a near those, or something. Like, what is that? In English, I've seen it plenty times, but okay, like, I find that so. Wiesen. Wesen kaputt waren. Ja. Weil ihre Häuser, Felder und Wiesen nach dem Gewitter, ja, just to spice it up, kaputt fahren. Okay, ja, super. Sehr gut. Was noch? 4. Warum ist Hagel gefährlich? Mhm. Warum ist Hagel gefährlich? Warum? Dann du suchst gefährlich im Test. Okay, gefährlich. Wo sieht man gefährlich? Mhm. How Collins now? Guys, Collins they can't gefährlich, but I can see it. Ah ja. So der Hagel ist gefährlich. Den Hagelkörner werden oft so groß wie Hühnereier. Okay. Weil sie so groß wie Hühnereier waren. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah. Dann warum klopft es dort auf Johannes Seiles Autodach? What was it knocken? Es donnert und blitz, bald klopft es auf, zuerst leise. Yeah, because it was tendering in what blitzen. Yeah, ich glaube, das reicht. Okay, the answers are even down here. So, weil die Hagelkörner klein sind, ja, weil ihr Hagelflieger ist, dann weil ihre Häuser und Felder kaputt fahren. Super. Weil sie den Menschen gefallen. Das ist die. Warum gibt es manchen Dächern auf Forschung Dächern? Das ist ein Upgrade. Oh Gott. Better Hexen aus Metall. Yeah, well, they also help us. That was also correct in the sense. While sie to please the people, weil es eine kleine Eiszeit gab, weil Hagelkörner manchmal sehr groß sind. Okay. Yeah, that's fast, and I hope you guys were able to grab as many as like plenty verbs, plenty whatever other things that you needed. Then should be comfortable with val. Okay, I told you even before we jumped into A2 that A2 like it's more about val. It's more about val, making long sentences with val. When it's like a long sentence in the normal main clause, we have what our V1 vo. So even in what's neighboring that, when you have to use the V1 vo to file to, you should be able to use the V1 vo, the manner, the time is taking place, then it's rather van vivo. So tomorrow we'll continue with what is that? But you've already done it. So yeah. So that we'll continue with the past tense. Past tense, preterite for verbs, which you guys already know because I already taught us. We've learned it, and I told you guys to what. Yeah. But then we'll skim through it tomorrow. Then we continue. Okay. Hopefully, things are booked. Today is what? Today is Wednesday. Let me see.
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, not many passages. I think numbers and it's my head to have a bit. So we'll complete chapter 12 before the weekend. I'm sure. Yeah. So any question? Any cool sign? Just any cool sign.
Yeah. Boy, let me be some question. I'm going to take care of. What's telling? I mean, it can also mean like to introduce, like to imagine.
To imagine.
Like it's telling
yeah. So when you use it with yeah. That's it. Then you mean, but with this, stelle mich vor. I am ich stelle mich vor means I am introducing myself. Then ich stelle mir vor, oh ja, ich stelle mir vor, ich kann nicht vorstellen, ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, I cannot imagine. Like I cannot imagine myself to be. So mich is introducing. Then dative, ich stelle mir vor, which means I imagine. Okay. But normally it's used. Normally people be like, can you imagine yourself? Like maybe in 10 years comes to their vorstellen. That's maybe doing 10 years. In arts werden oder wurden oder So when you use it when like on real situations, so you start to use the conjunctive when you are using that we are using them with what Nebensätze. And also einbilden, okay? Ich bilde mir ein, ich bilde mich ein. I imagine. Okay. Einbilden, ja. Ich bilde mich ein. Ja. Ja.
But you that took me for easy, but 50 seconds.
Yeah, I'm saying that sich vorstellen means to introduce yourself, okay? But for like phrase, we use it in the dative case. With like the sich should be near, okay? So like all of this to ich stelle mir vor means I am imagining, or like yeah, like I'm imagining. Then ich stelle mich vor means I am introducing. So you use the mich vorstellen means to introduce, but you use it in the dative case. It's a fixed phrase when you are trying to say like do we like normally people will be like, can you imagine yourself like doing something like kannst du dir vorstellen, kannst du dir, but when it's dich kannst du dich vorstellen, what can you introduce yourself? When someone say kannst du dir vorstellen, that's maybe do ein Arzt wurde, sorry, wäre, yeah, oder wurden sein wurde, sorry, yeah. Like when they use the mir, then do you imagine yourself being something? Do you imagine yourself? But then you have to use the conjunctive, the enabling that's okay. Yeah, but so they don't use the conjunctives there, but still it's on real situation, so you have to use the conjunctive. Okay. Like imagine, mich means I'm introducing, mir means do you imagine? Can you picture? Can you picture? Maybe no be some question. I didn't like you don't even need it. No, maybe some question having me explain as go through. Yeah, because no. Like so I'm not saying that the Germans they don't use the Germans use it, but I'm saying that over here, like even and in your area it's telling this for. It's telling this for, okay.
To make me
to
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you,
Normally conversations.
What they say, maybe giving their opinion.
Yeah, and because of conversations, they always use it. Like conversation will be like, can you imagine that maybe in 10 years, can you imagine that you were like so like I'm saying that when you use it with neighbors, then you have to use it because normally you have to use it with neighbors. So I am imagining or I am picturing, I am imagining. Kind of English on I imagine. Picture. Complete the sentence from English one. So maybe I am picturing so I'm a picture on the bed. I imagine what happened. So I'm saying because a on which situation. So Estelle, yeah, well, that's is how einen Bett wäre. You won't say like you won't say bin, okay? Because you're talking about something in your real, like you're building something in your head. Okay, so I'm saying you have to use with the conjunctive. Okay, so normally when they are using that in the conversation, they will use the verb and go. Do you imagine yourself like traveling, like rising further? Like, do you get it? You would, but in the future, they will always use it, the conjunctive. It won't be like, I am imagining myself on a bed. In English, you say on a bed, but in German, you have to use conjunctive because it's not real. When you say, ich stelle mir vor, dass ich auf einem Bett ist, sorry, then you're talking about like you are on the bed, like you are actually on the bed because you use the present tense, like have to use the conjunctive form of design, which will like will be on the bed. Okay, you know, do you get it? You know, you can't use this with the present. You always use verb, either verb plus. Yeah, versus. Well, use the personal test.
Only I think imagining that because it's our real situation, you know, we have to use the conjunctive try and I think.
What's the definition of conjunctives? Why? Yes, to make what like polite request or to talk about unreal situations. So you say you are imagining that you are doing something. You imagine yourself. You imagine yourself maybe traveling around the world. So ich stelle mir vor, dass ich eine Weltreise machen würde. Like you say market when you say ich stelle mir vor, dass ich eine Weltreise mache. You are saying that I am imagining that I am like doing the thing, but in German we are saying because it's an unreal situation, and now they are like a year in like so just use the conjunctive. So if what you make the word rising,
what about this? I can imagine how difficult it is.
So ich kann mir vorstellen, wie schwer ist. When you say with this one, you're talking about like you can imagine how difficult it is because the thing is actually quite difficult. But when I say, oh, I can imagine how difficult it would be, then you have to use the conjunctive. Then we can imagine it. So because I can, it means I'm talking about what the present tense. Unless maybe so in the normal like in the one with conjunctive would be what, oh, I could imagine how difficult it would be. You see, but in the present tense, what I can imagine how difficult it is. Because the thing is actually what being done and you can like actually see the person is suffering. Okay. But then when you're talking about something being unreal, when you're not sure, then you have to read the conjunctive plus what verb and conjunctive. It's just as simple as that. Like it's not difficult, you just have to accept it. Say just always put it at the end of your mind that I didn't know if it's not in happening right now, then you have to use what's conjunctive. Girl, like even normal sentences and it's not actually happening, then you have to use the conjunctive. Okay. But it's 50-50, you don't know if we'll have the chance to experience that one. Well, okay, so that's fast. We are treffing wieder morgen Abend. Ja. Bis morgen, ja.